All right, hello everyone. Come on in. Okay, it looks like Oprah's going to have her day in court because she has been dragged into Russell Simmons's BS. Okay, she has been subpoenaed by one of his accusers, Drew Dixon. Okay, so let's talk about it because I find this all very interesting. Quite frankly, I find it interesting because Oprah, well, she was basically, in my opinion, trying to defend Russell at one point, and now she's going to have to come and testify against him. Okay, so let's get into it. Russell Simmons' grape accuser, Drew Dixon, subpoenas Oprah Winfrey, dragging icon into legal drama. Okay, as far as I'm concerned, this is just what Oprah gets. Okay, this is exactly what she gets because she, quite frankly, pulled out of the documentary that she was supposed to do about his victims, okay, about the accusers, and she talked about inconsistencies. Now, that led me to believe that she was trying to imply that these women were not telling the truth about Russell, which means that she was, in fact, defending him, okay, to a degree. So let's talk about it. Now, that's my opinion. Mind you, Russell Simmons seems to have dragged Oprah Winfrey into his legal turmoil. Drew Dixon, one of the women who have accused the Def Jam mogul of sexual offenses, including rape, has subpoenaed the TV legend into her defamation case against him, demanding Winfrey give evidence and cough up documents. Okay, and she likely does have documents because what was she going to use for evidence when she was going to do that documentary that she pulled out from? Please pay attention. Now, in 2017, former Def Jam executive Dixon accused Simmons in a New York Times article of raping her in his apartment in 1995. Now, in 2024, she sued Simmons, claiming that he defamed her in a 2023 interview by casting doubt on her claims. So, in a sit down with journalist Graham Bessinger, Simmons says, could someone want notoriety in the market where people thirst for fame? He also said, I've never been forceful in any of my relationships, and that all his relationships have been consensual. She's also suing him for remarks about Oprah's part in the scandal. Okay. So she said that Oprah had a part in the scandal. Please pay attention. Is that why she pulled out of that documentary? And let's not forget about all the nefarious things that happened within a 10-month span at that school that she opened up, that all-girls school she opened up over in Johannesburg. Okay, let's not forget about the girl who had 17 years old, mind you, a minor over there. She had a baby that was deceased in a duffel bag. She was bleeding out. The young lady was. She had to go to the hospital. She was at an all-girls school. So who impregnated her? Okay, was she being trafficked? Because that's what have been, that's what has been alleged, okay, to have been going on in that school. And there were several other students who said that they were assaulted, all within a 10-month span. Okay. Okay, and let's just not talk about the things that Oprah's family said about her, how she likes to pay things off, settle things quietly behind closed doors in the dark of night. For example, paying allegedly $50,000 to an ex-boyfriend so that he would keep her secrets about her being a carpet muncher, so to speak. And then also her stepfather, Vernon Winfrey, supposedly she paid off a woman $50,000 for some allegations that she had against Mr. Vernon Winfrey. Okay? And then let's not forget how her own cousin said that Oprah's a liar. And when asked why she lied, Oprah said, because the truth is boring. Okay, so Oprah, are you going to lie in court or are you going to come with the truth? I have several questions. Now, he said in the Bessinger interview that the OWN star had dropped out of producing a documentary. On the Record, that was the title of it, which addressed a number of women's accusations against Simmons because she found inconsistencies in their allegations and claimed that Winfrey had recordings of conversations with accusers that revealed those alleged inconsistencies. Now, after she quit the project, Winfrey told the New York Times that she still believed Dixon, and she said that she stood by those women that were accusing Russell Simmons, but she didn't want to share their stories in a documentary because she felt like they didn't have enough merits. Okay, please pay attention. But the paper wrote that she also thought there were inconsistencies in her account that the film had not adequately addressed. Okay, the Times added that the filmmakers say they have voluminous research files corroborating all of the women's accounts. Okay, so they're saying they have information to substantiate what these women are alleging. Okay, so what's Oprah talking about with inconsistencies? Okay, now a subpoena to Oprah from Dixon's attorneys seen by page 6 reads saying, you are hereby commanded to produce the books, records, papers, data, documents, evidences, writings, and all other tangible things as described more fully in the attached Schedule A at law firm Bose and Schiller, Flexer LLP. Okay, and then they give her the address to where she's supposed to send it. Right, and then it's unclear what assets exactly were called for in the attachment, or whether Winfrey complied with the demand or had her lawyers fight the subpoena. So we'll see about that. She may just have her lawyers fight it, because she likely doesn't want to testify against her friend Russell. I mean, are they still friends? Well, I think that they still are. Okay, Russell has had a myriad of people, celebrities that is, coming to visit him over in Bali, where he fled to after he was accused of such nefariousness. Now, the subpoena goes on to say, you are further commanded to appear and attend before a notary public or other person authorized by law to administer oaths, and at any recessed or adjourned date, to testify and give evidence as a witness on an examination before trial by deposition upon oral questions. Okay, so they want her to come in and basically she's going to have to talk. Okay, she's going to have to tell what she knows. Now, at the end of the day, I think that she'll do this reluctantly if she does, in fact, show up. Well, like I said, she'll probably have her attorneys just fight it. So it also adds that this deposition may be videotaped and will continue from day to day until complete. Now, Simmons has strenuously denied wrongdoing, and he has never been arrested or charged with a crime, and that's likely because he fled before an investigation could be thoroughly conducted. Okay, Dixon's attorneys and reps for Winfrey didn't respond to requests for comment. Now, so, here's the thing. Bottom line is, I think that I really think that Oprah is going to stick by Russell. Okay. Is she going to bring forth the documentation or the evidence and receipts that they're asking for, or will she simply say that she no longer has it? I have a whole lot of questions. Let's not forget how close she was with Harvey Weinstein, and when he got called out and during the YouTube movement, and then they asked Oprah about what she had to say about him. She simply said that if we spend our time on Harvey, the moment will be lost. She said something along those lines. But meanwhile, she allowed these two lying little thugs and thieves to get on her platform and disparage Michael Jackson, whom she had him thinking that he was her friend, okay, while he was still here. And let's not forget some of the other unsavory characters that Oprah has been known to hang out with and promote. John of God, for example, okay, the alleged cult leader, okay, who supposedly abused hundreds of women. But Oprah vouched for him, had him on Super Soul Sunday and all of that, even though he sat there and talks about cutting into the breast of women. Okay, in some sort of sick healing ritual that he was talking about. And this man's gotten all these years in prison. Okay, so clearly he was guilty of the things that were alleged against him. Okay, so please pay attention. And like I said, this is someone who Oprah was standing for and promoting. Okay, she was very close to this man and very close to Harvey Weinstein. So I don't believe anything that she says. And at the end of the day, I don't think she wants to say anything negative about her good old friend, Russell Simmons. And then Russell Simmons talking about, he didn't do any of these things. All his relationships have been consensual. Remember how in the past he talked about he would actually do about 9 lie detector tests, or that he'd done them or whatever? Well, here's the thing. When you're an expert in yoga, which clearly he is, and yoga pertains a lot, it has a lot to do with your breathing. Well, so do lie detector tests. So if you can control your breathing, if you're someone who is really good at yoga, well, I'm sure you could fool a lie detector test. They're not 100% foolproof, which is why they're not admissible in court. Okay, so please pay attention. Now, with that all being said, let's go to this video where Oprah was talking with the host of NBC News. And I'm sorry, she was actually talking to CBS this morning. And she basically told why she was pulling out of the deal about the documentary. So let's get into it. Likes up, everyone. Please don't forget to like and share. Thank you in advance.
For me, is what is the right thing to do.
Oprah Winfrey on CBS saying she knew her decision to pull out of a documentary about allegations against Russell Simmons would look bad.
I unequivocally say that I did not pull out because of Russell. This is not a victory lap for him. I cannot be silenced by a Russell Simmons.
Oprah says she believes the women featured in the film on the record.
I stand in support of these women.
But she also says she worried about inconsistencies in Accuser's stories and told the filmmakers Amy Ziering and Kirby Dick she wanted changes and didn't want to rush to premiere at the Sundance Film Festival.
I thought some things were not right. I wanted the context of the story to be broadened. I wanted more women brought into the story.
The New York Times reports Oprah left the project after showing the documentary to director Ava DuVernay, who gave a harsh critique. In December, Simmons posted this video questioning his accuser's credibility on Instagram.
Fame and fortune are catalysts for untrue accusations.
In an open letter to Oprah, he said, "I have never been violent or forced myself on anyone."
He has millions of followers. I have like 1,000. And he is using all of that muscle to try to drown out our voices.
Drew Dixon is an accuser at the center of the new film. After Oprah's withdrawal, she told the New York Times, "I am being silenced. The most powerful Black woman in the world is being intimidated."
I do hope people will see the film, even make their own decisions about it.
The film set to premiere Saturday at Sundance. Kate Snow, NBC News.
Hey, NBC News fans, thanks for checking.
Oprah pulled out of the project, didn't want anything to do with it. And, the accuser felt like Oprah was being intimidated. I don't think she was being intimidated at all. I don't think Russell Simmons could intimidate Oprah Winfrey with all of her billions and all the power and all of the connections that she has. Absolutely not. I don't think he intimidated her at all. I think Oprah did what she wanted to do, which was never to come out publicly and disparage him. Okay? I think that she sat down and acted as though she was going to be a part of that documentary just so she could gain intel and information as to what those women had to say. I don't think she ever really wanted to go against Russell. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong, but hey, she is the same woman who stood by Harvey Weinstein saying that if we spend all the time on him, talking about him, the moment will be lost. What does that even mean? That the moments will be lost. What does that even mean? At the end of the day, okay? That she doesn't want to talk about it. That's what she was saying. I don't want to talk about Harvey Weinstein. Let's talk about someone else, like Michael Jackson, who she allowed people to sit on her platform and lie on. Okay, so yeah, at the end of the day, we'll see how this all goes. Okay, everyone, please drop me a comment to let me know what you think. All right, until then, until next time, beloveds, I will talk to you all again soon.